Hi, this is Mike with Advanced RV in Cleveland, and I'm in Freebird. And Marcia and I just took Freebird on its maiden voyage. We went to Boston and then the Cape and back, and had a great trip. Freebird is a 4-cylinder, 7-speed transmission powered vehicle. And so I was really curious to see what we could get for fuel mileage, especially with fuel at $6 a gallon. So we drove the speed limit, which is really hard for me, both ways. We used 4 tanks of fuel, most of 4 tanks of fuel, and the mileages ranged from the low of 19.02 to 19.9 miles per gallon. So the average was about 19.4 miles per gallon for the whole trip. And there was some city driving, there were some serious headwinds coming back, a little bit of tailwinds going out, so I think the winds pretty much balanced each other. But all this tells me that, number one, I'm excited about Freebird and the mileage and the way it drives. We put heavy duty shocks on it, new shocks. It's got obviously air suspension like all of ours. So I was excited to see what kind of mileage we get. And for me, this tells me that the new 4-cylinder with more power and more torque than the 6-cylinder with a 9-speed transmission is going to be quiet like Freebird. I think it'll get probably similar mileage, maybe even better. So we're excited to get our first 2023 chassis with the new 4-cylinder, but very pleased. I think we have a couple chassis left that one was canceled. I think it has the same engine as this. And then Freebird, they've been bugging me to put it up for sale. I suppose if somebody comes and can't do without it, we'll let it go. But Marcia and I are looking forward to some additional trips in Freebird.
Hi, Mike.
Thanks for driving this morning. You've been driving, what, about an hour and a half?
Right.
And this is Freebird. Freebird has a 4-cylinder, 7-speed transmission. How's the experience in Freebird been, Marsh?
It's been great. I've loved it. Good morning. We are in Little Falls, New York at the Erie Canalway bike path, which runs along the old Erie Canal.
We went into Little Falls, a really cool little town, and stopped at the fire station, and the fireman told us where the best direction to go and what trails are the best trails. So one of the things that we really try to do when we pack and when we design our motorhomes, at least the ones that Marcia and I are going to use, is to make them as easy to use as possible. So one of the things that we like to do if we are on a trip where we can do some biking is take our bikes, and Josh at Advanced RV helped us rig up this bike arrangement. It's pretty cool. It just the rear wheel goes into a little adapter there, and you just pull it out and untangle the handlebars and bring the bikes out. So it's that easy. The bikes are inside, they're protected, nobody knows they're there, and take this off and take this bike out. So now we got the bikes out, pump up the tires, and we'll be on our way. Our trip, was short. We left Thursday afternoon, as I mentioned, came back Monday. We put our bikes in the back. We had plenty of room for other gear. We've been trying to do little bits of the Erie Canal that goes from Buffalo to Albany, about 370 miles. So we stopped, rode out about 8 miles and back about 8 miles. So on the way up, we had about a 15-mile bike trip, and it's a beautiful part of the world if you have a chance to do the towpath. We've walked parts of it before. So we had bikes. We parked and stayed in it up on the beach in Mattapoisett. We never plugged in, obviously, the whole time. We usually don't. And we came back with about 75 or 80% of our water. I think our black tank was 15% full and our gray tank was 25% full. So we had a great trip. The other thing we liked about this is we have a sophisticated water purification system. So it takes our freshwater tank, puts it through filters, a carbon filter, and then a UV sterilizer. So that was pretty cool. There are a bunch of other things in Freebird that we love, but we'll make this a short video.